Monday afternoon update from the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Danielle Noyes here, and an incredible record has been broken. Providence, Rhode Island has recorded 32.8 inches as of the 1 p.m. official recording at the airport. That means this is the largest snowstorm ever recorded, beating out the blizzard of 78, and it is still snowing. These are just a handful of other reports that are right around and over 2 feet from Dighton to Acushnet, Whitman, Pembroke, and Brockton as of early afternoon, and additional snow continues to come down. So it's a verified blizzard in many areas across central and eastern Massachusetts, down through Rhode Island. This will go down as a historic storm, 6-inch-per-hour snowfall rates briefly with over 3 feet in these jackpot zones. Hurricane force wind gusts have been recorded on Cape Cod, and 300,000 plus without power. The most of those have been focused in eastern Massachusetts, but particularly from Plymouth County back down to Cape Cod, where over 140,000 customers are without power. That's nearly 80%, just over 80% of Cape Cod. The storm center is now south and east of Nantucket. Just an impressive storm in the satellite and radar imagery here. You can kind of see the breadth and the scope of it. Snow extending into northern and western New England is much lighter and fluffier in those areas. Now, the worst of the wind is done for most of us. The one exception will be Cape Cod. If you're watching this recording as of mid to late afternoon, you are over the worst of it, but still some gusts that are topping out around 70 miles per hour. Now, some of you may be watching this too and say, all right, but the Providence and Chatham observations have actually been down. And that's right. But the way we've set up our technology here at 1 Degree Outside, we have the observations on here. And then if they are out, we have estimates of what the wind speeds are like. So still gusting between 50 and 70 miles per hour on the Cape and over 40 miles per hour elsewhere. But what you're going to notice here is the wind continues to throttle back through late afternoon. Still some gusts over 40 and over 50 for the South Shore and Cape. Those will wind down between 7 and 8 p.m., still gusting over 40. But the damaging wind threat in terms of the peak wind gusts will be long gone. Still some gusts between 30 and 40 miles per hour through the late evening and overnight tonight, which means blowing, drifting snow will continue. The waves have built up. We're talking 15, 18, 22-foot seas out there, 10 to 15 footers, even some of the more sheltered locations along the south coast. Visibility, half a mile, quarter mile in many areas. Notice visibility improves the farther west and north you go, but this is why it becomes disorienting when it's blowing and drifting around. Travel still treacherous with near zero visibility at times. The back edge of the snow does come into western New England late afternoon to early evening. We anticipate around a 6 p.m. End time in Worcester and about 8 to 9 p.m. in eastern New England. A lot of the measurable accumulating snow will end through early evening, and then it's just leftover light snow and flurries after that. Some will linger until about 10 to 11 p.m. on the mid and outer Cape, and a few flurries in northern Maine. Notice the temperature drops all the while through the 20s and into the teens, with some breaks of sunshine emerging by Tuesday morning. So how much additional snow? Actually, the tip of down east Maine may pick up about 3 to 6 and then 6 to 8, but most spots in eastern Massachusetts, it's an additional 2 to 4 here around 128 and in and around the city of Boston. Then it jumps up about 3 to 6. I do still think with some of this banding, there'll be some additional amounts to go 6, 7, 8 inches localized across portions of the South Shore to the Upper Cape, and then lesser amounts through the far interior. It's been less the farther north and west you go, but still an additional coating to an inch in some spots. And there we go, from the mid-coast to down east Maine, talking about more like 2 to 4 and then 4 to 6 with some higher totals. It may go 8 plus in some of the most exposed locations. The wind chill continues to drop too, so it makes it tough for cleanup, right? Wind chill in the single digits and teens, and then we drop sub-zero in far northern New England overnight tonight. Make sure you're bundled up and layered up for the cleanup. Wind chill out the door for our Tuesday morning. We'll be running in the single digits for most spots across the board. So many of you have been downloading our free weather app. It's the one-stop shop for everything. Our videos, the hourly forecast. You can pinpoint your exact location, get notifications from us. We know there's so many weather apps to choose from. This is the only one you need. You can watch our 24/7 streaming network on there as well. And the Send to Us tab. Right in the bottom right-hand side, you can upload your pictures, your videos, or just send us your reports, and you've been great about doing that. And hopefully you will continue to do that throughout the duration of this storm. We'll see you with more updates later on.